Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eric here, and today I'm joined by my good friend Pero,
Hello.
and we just saw Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, and we got a movie review for you guys. You know, we're big Teen Titans fans here. You see this? You see this? We're nuts. Anyway, so, I'm going to start off a little bit about the plot. Again, this is a spoiler-free review, but pretty much what goes on is Teen Titans. It starts in the Teen Titans Go verse, and this is a very Teen Titans Go centric movie through and throughout. But what I gotta say, it starts out in the Teen Titans Go universe. They're getting into a normal, typical Teen Titans Go little tussle. It's also a pretty Raven centric movie too. I'd say more than anyone, as most like Trigon stories are. And they're all just sort of there. The other Teen Titans gets involved through one way or another, and they're sort of locked into conflict, and as you guys imagine, just sort of end up working together throughout things. Yeah, got anything else to add on top of the plot? Pretty much.
No, I think that pretty much covers it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So next thing, I mean, this is an animated film, so we have to talk about the animation. Honestly, when I was watching it, I kind of wish it was just like a Teen Titans Go only thing, like bringing in the other Teen Titans. That's the main reason why we watch this for sure. We love them. I mean, all the ones figures we had were '03 Teen Titans, but like the styles didn't really mesh well together. You could tell they definitely cheapened the animation quite a bit. I feel like Peril told me they switched to Flash for this one, and it really kind of shows, especially with the Teen Titans Go backdrop for the Teen Titans characters. What do you think?
Yeah, the the animation was just very stilted when they did the animations for the '03 Teen Titans. The animation looked fine for the regular Teen Titans because they've been doing this like forever for their TV show, and then they had Teen Titans Go to the movies, which I saw, which I actually do think is significantly better than this movie, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, okay, sweet. I actually didn't see Go to the Movies. I heard it was good, but yeah. So a little bit on the characters now. Again, I think the '03, like the '03 show was really rooted in its characters more so than anything. They all had really good characters in the original show, like really like strong character development throughout the seasons and stuff. But really, it was all thrown out the window here. I feel like definitely every single character was a caricature. Teen Titans Go, I'm not really too familiar. I feel like they were mostly in character, maybe a little bit more goofy than how they normally are. But all the Teen Titans were just like, all right, we're just gonna be super serious versions of ourselves. Like at one point, like the Go Titans were like, yo, like to the '03 Titans, they're like, yo, you guys don't ever like chillax and like hang out, and they're like, no, like we're too busy like working, and like like the '03 Titans, like the best scenes were them eating pizza or playing video games, and they just really threw that out the window to play up this serious archetype. The only exception would maybe be like Starfire and Starfire. I don't know, I feel like Starfire Go and Starfire '03 had the least amount of differences already, but everyone else was definitely turned up in their caricatureness. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think that they made the characters flanderized, flanderization being when they take one aspect about a character and then just exaggerate it, and then that soon just becomes their entire character. So they basically did do that with this movie. Robin is like the best example. Robin was kind of off character. He was just they in Teen Titans Go, Robin is an egotistical maniac, and in this movie, the '03 Titans Robin was exactly that. He was an egotistical maniac who was seeking glory. So yeah, they kind of did do that with his character, and I did see. I wish they had made the movie so that when they had the two universes collide, they would focus on like the actual positives of both of the universes and their writing. That these Titans are super goofy, and that the '03 Titans, are a bit more serious, but instead they just chose to do, the whole shtick. Oh, Teen Titans Go is babies and we're super serious, and I just don't really like that. No.
Right. I feel like they definitely had a missed opportunity there, especially Robin has sort of been known. Like, '03 Robin was definitely more so known for, like, taking in, like, lost causes, like, with Tara and stuff, where just in situations where it would have been hard to work with people, like, I feel like they really missed the mark with that character. Another thing was, like, the villains. Like, there's supposed to be a good contrast, I felt like they at least went for, between, like, the villains. Trigon, they're sort of the villains, I already mentioned that. But, like, I feel like every character, even when they're trying to play the super serious archetype, falls victim to, like, Teen Titans Go joke schemes and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, every single character is really playing into these very Teen Titans Go type jokes. And I feel like it could have honestly worked if like, they just blended the humor better, or, they, like, because the '03 Titans had some good jokes too, but there wasn't too much of that original writing there, in my opinion.
And they still did try to do the whole, like, some of the gags from the '03 Titans, being a lot of the gags from the '03 Titans were very heavily influenced by Eastern animation, with, like, these super vibrant, like, anime expressions. And they did do some of that in this movie, but they didn't really do too much of it, or it was just very low key.
Right, right. And, this movie is a comedy, and we already touched on the jokes a bit, but we're just going to rate the humor now. Overall, I was a pretty big fan. Well, I'm not going to say I was a big fan of the '03 Titans, like, humor and stuff. I didn't feel like a lot of the Teen Titans Go jokes actually did land for me. Like, definitely don't get me wrong, some were complete misses. Every single musical number that they had was a complete miss. They're all trying to be funny, did not really land, but some jokes genuinely did make me laugh, which I do give it some props for, because you wouldn't really expect that. And I think if you're younger, because I have a little cousin who loves Teen Titans Go humor, I feel like their writing of comedy, despite it missing the mark several times, I feel like it is a step up from normal episodical writing, for sure. You got anything to on top of that?
Yeah, I didn't care too much for the humor in this movie. I thought Teen Titans Go to the movies had better gags. There was one gag involving '03 Beast Boy talking about Tara that I did like, though, in this movie.
Gotcha. Okay. Sweet. And yeah, so I guess all that's left is really the action. Again, it's kind of weird because Teenage Go is not really big on action, but '03 Titans does have some action, so I feel like they did try and at least increase the scale of things a bit. Overall, I would say, again, because there's so much of this is another thing that I kind of wish, like, the '03 Titans weren't involved with at all, because a lot of times when the '03 Titans and the Teen Titans Go are on the same screen, it's just so much clearer that, like, the Go animation is just a lot more fluid, and it just flows a lot better when they're fighting. I love the fight scenes from the '03 series, but it just wasn't there really. Like, you'd only know that they're more competent just because they said it over and over again. Like, these are the serious Titans, but overall their, like, mechanics and how they were really being portrayed wasn't really anything too much, and half the fights were kind of gags too, and I wasn't really into that a lot either. You got anything?
Yeah, no, the animation was very stilted for the '03 Titans, and during the fight sequences, it was just too choppy. The Teen Titans Go comedy fight style, I've seen it a million times before from the TV show and the movie, so it's nothing really new.
Gotcha.
I mean, they do up the scale a little bit for the very end fight, but again, it doesn't feel like anything I haven't seen before, though.
Gotcha. Well, Pero, you can now give out your final thoughts and your final rating of the film?
Yeah. So, I did not like this film. The animation for the '03 Titans was just too bad and jarring for me. Didn't really like any of the musical numbers either. The story was very bland to me. It seems very cookie cutter. There were a couple good gags though. But yeah, overall I'd give this movie a 2 out of 10.
Wow. Okay. So for me, at least, it was nice to see the '03 Titans again, but this was honestly not how it should have been done. Like I keep saying that, like this movie would have been better if they weren't in it. Like this, they could have probably done the same plot, same mechanics, and just given these guys a cameo or something, and it might have served us better because of it, in my opinion. Yeah, the humor was probably the strongest point of it. Like the animation just was rough, like in several areas. The storyline was really really basic. There are a lot of times where you're like, are they referencing this or are they just copying it because they're lazy? And at times it definitely does feel like they're taking a little bit of a lazy approach with things. Overall, I can't really give it too high of praise or nothing. Like, I like the jokes. I thought it was at least a decent attempt, but it just fell flat in a lot of areas. There's just a handful of nice moments. And for every nice moment, they had 3 musical numbers in this movie, man, and none of them were really good or even catchy. So,
I mean, the night begins to shine is still Teen Titan Go's best musical number, in all honesty.
Right. So yeah, I will say this: they had a good intro. The intro to the movie was pretty good.
The intro was
they had some good animation there. But overall, I'd have to rate this film a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10, maybe 3.5, depending how I'm feeling about it the next morning. But unfortunately for me, only 3 out of 5. They did have a lot of fan service too, which I know that doesn't make a good movie, but I feel like that's what gives it that extra 0.5. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys later, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe for our next video, the Joker movie review. Peace, guys.